Hi, this is my non-professional review of the laptop Omnibook Ultra 14 375HX CPU, and it is an upgrade or a comparison with my older two laptops which I had that are higher tier ones. And let's make few things quite clear. So these laptops are basically 200 watts gaming laptops, but they will replace a quite expensive higher tier laptop in the same category. And how much you'll save? You'll save at least around 1,500 euros, maybe 1,200. But it is a lot of money. So, and this is, we'll not even talk about Apple if you buy an Apple. So based on that, I replaced this ones with Omnibook, and the Omnibook basically it has a 4 P cores plus 8 Zen C cores, let's say E cores, and this is more or less a weaker version from a traditional 8 cores from AMD, or at least from 4 years ago, but you could find it even 2 years ago, the same thing. And Intel will come 8 plus 16 cores, 8 being P cores or performance cores, and 16 compute cores, or they name it efficiency cores. And let's see how well they go. So first of all, in games, the 370HX is having integrated graphics, and in my testing was running quite excellently, minus in Heroes 7. But in general, I noticed more or less to have half of the performance of 4060, but sometimes it's even much better. But I think it is because NVIDIA didn't spend time to optimize for them. So in Heroes 5, a game really almost 20 years old, the AMD really works wonders, for example. And on the other hand, if you play a game like Elder Ring, which is very popular, I would reach in the native screen resolution of the laptop, basically 30 frames per second, and before with 2560 by 1600, with 4060 I'll have almost locked 60 frames per second. So I would say it's roughly 2 times faster. And let's go though where I found it very interesting. So if you have a very legacy software, and sorry for people from Lazarus if they feel like it's not like that, but it's something that doesn't support the newest instructions, processors and stuff, Lazarus, it felt on the disappointing side. So especially if you work with even a 4 years old Zen 3, it would be faster on my system than the Zen 5. And it doesn't, this Zen 3 has technically slower memory, but yes, it was still building faster than the newest Zen 5. And it could be related to many things, like even maybe there is something changed in Lazarus that doesn't work too well with Zen 5. People don't care, really. It works slower, and that's it. But on the other hand, the most surprising test I've seen in all this usage is Sunflow. And I was using Sunflow as a proxy of having a very compute logic that really it is basically on the float, because many developers use Java based tools, and it is so surprising the result that I want to demo it to you. So what it was doing, I was rendering a scene named Aliens, and that one was taking around 1 minute in 1920 by 1080, and around 2 minutes with Zen 3 architecture. And I want to show it to you because people will say I'm faking it. So I will basically spend 1 minute rendering or less. So I have this scene in examples, aliens shiny, it takes, I don't know, you can add half a second on top and you click render. And you could see the rendering happening. And we will see the time. And this is also recorded, so it will be a bit slower. But it was really in a numbers of seconds. And the numbers of seconds is much smaller than you should have it. Like here is 22 seconds, and before it was 60 seconds. So whatever magic AMD did to render something that 24 cores would render it in 60 seconds, you can do it today with the latest Java. So I don't know if the optimization is in Java, is in Zen, is it AVX 512, but people don't care if you have this speed up. And this software is really 20 years old or 18 years old, but only bumping Java and the processor to have really like a 6 times speed up. It is really impressive. Great job, AMD or Java. I don't know who did it, or all of you. Um, the other part which I personally found it that it needs to be discussed, it is that compared with the previous two laptops, either Schenker Media or Legion 9 Pro, as a workstation or desktop replacement, I think they are not. It is not that good. You'll at least need probably a dock to go with an external screen, and a proper dock, it would cost around $100 or euros. I found one with 80, but I have to add an extra charger of 50 euros. So to me, the smallest, simplest dock I could find to fit my needs, it is 130 euros. There are other very good, like it looks like it has a good Bluetooth chip inside and a very good Wi-Fi card, or at least the best, which I had it in all the laptops, including the Schenker, and obviously the Lenovo. And it also, I noticed it is not aggressive on the noise to win benchmarks, even in the performance profile. So what I can say, it is very good as a working laptop, but I think it is not a full replacement for a 2 years old laptop. And if you really want that replacement, probably you will want to look, probably you've seen already launched Strix Halo, which has 16 cores and a much beefier GPU. But I personally think it's not worth upgrading if you really are not annoyed by other characteristics like portability, power envelope, or things like that. But I was getting annoyed by this portability. So 30 watts power laptop, easy to carry. With you can take any phone charger around, a light one, uh, and again, or with a dock that is very light and a phone charger, it works really wonders. And the other part which I really don't like as a trend, is it really a good trend to have soldered memory? Maybe it increases the performance by a bit. Maybe that's why the Sunflow runs so well. But why there is no a 64 gigs option? And developers care about 64 gigs. Why no 128 gigs option, or 96 at least? So this is what I found it more or less the most disappointing. And the 60 hertz screen, personally, I didn't find it as a trouble, but I noticed other parts on that screen. So for example, the touch screen seemed to work well with fingers, but not with the stylus. And I have a touching stylus, and it works well on other screens on my tablets, but not on this screen. And I don't know if it's software or hardware, but still, it has some glitches, but it is a good working laptop replacement. And if you have any other questions, or if you like the review, please put a like, I will not mind. And I think you will enjoy it as a working laptop if 32 gigs of memory are enough for you. Thank you. Bye bye.